Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this new video where we'll explore the step-by-step process of growing cherry trees together. We will cover various aspects, including planting and, most importantly, pruning, which is crucial for a bountiful harvest. I'll also show you how to plant a cherry pit. I hope you enjoy this video and find it helpful. If that's the case, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell to be notified of my new videos. I appreciate it in advance. Also, please give it a thumbs up to encourage me to continue translating videos from my French channel if you enjoy them. Lastly, leave a comment to let me know what cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll be happy to respond. Now, without further ado, let's start the video. Enjoy watching. One. Presentation. Foliage. Deciduous. Height. 49.2 to 65.6 feet. Grafted on cherry, or 19.7 to 26.2 feet. Grafted on cherry from seed. Form. Trunk, half standard, goblet, low standard. Flowering. In spring. Harvest. In summer. The cherry tree is a fruit tree belonging to the Rosaceae family. The cherry tree adapts to any type of soil except those that are too clayey or too wet. In terms of exposure, an open location will suit it perfectly. The advantages of this tree are its high productivity, a wide choice of breeds and varieties, as well as its very aesthetic appearance when in bloom. Two. Sowing. Planting a cherry tree from a pit has the advantage of being free, and, most importantly, it's an opportunity for a new creation as it is the result of pollination from two different cherry trees, presenting various characteristics from its ancestors. It may be the beginning of a variety with exceptional qualities. However, patience is required because the seed will take 5 to 10 years to start producing. Seeding is relatively rare, except for obtaining new varieties or rootstock subjects that will be grafted later. You won't get the original variety since the flowers don't self-pollinate. Most often, you revert to a primitive type close to the English cherry. Clean your cherry pits well. Place them in a glass of water for 2 days to soften them, changing the water daily to reduce the chances of surface mold. Place them in a damp paper towel and fold the whole thing to form a kind of bag. Put everything in the refrigerator for 120 days for stratification. Keep the towel moist but not soaked. After the elapsed period, plant your pits in well-drained pots, soil mixed with sand, with well-moistened substrate. When your plant reaches a certain height, transplant it into the ground in spring or fall. Remember to dig a wide hole and incorporate fertilizer for fruit trees. Don't forget to water regularly during its growth. Good to know. This method requires a lot of patience. The pit can take up to a year to germinate. Three. Planting. Cherry tree planting is an important step that affects its growth and fruiting. Dig a hole that is 4 to 5 times the diameter of the root ball. Crumble the removed soil to remove any rocks or compacted pieces. Mix this soil with well-decomposed compost. Add organic amendments to the mix, manure, seaweed, and sand if the soil is not sufficiently draining. Soak the root ball in a bucket to rehydrate the roots and soil. Ensure that the roots are not crossed and gently tease them if necessary. Place the tree at the center of the dug hole, making sure to spread its roots at the bottom. Fill the hole with the prepared mix of garden soil and organic amendment, ensuring that the graft point at the base of the trunk is not buried. Stake your tree with a sturdy tie if it is over 3.28 feet in height to stabilize it in case of wind. Lightly tamp the soil and water the planting abundantly with at least 3 gallons. Tip. To increase your harvest, preferably plant 2 different varieties that will ensure cross-pollination. One pollinator is enough for several trees of the same variety within a radius of about 82 feet. If your garden is too small for multiple trees, Choose a self-pollinating variety. Allow about 26 to 39 feet between vigorous high-stem cherry trees, about 19 to 26 feet between semi-dwarf cherry trees, and about 13 to 16 feet for bushy forms. Pruning. At planting. During the winter, trim the ends of the branches by a few inches. In the early years, perform training pruning. To ensure better healing, it is done during the tree's winter rest, from November to March when sap activity is minimal. Avoid periods of frost. Stone fruit trees like cherry trees also tolerate summer pruning, during and after harvest. Cut the main branches by a third of their length to prevent them from growing straight up and too tall. Encourage the growth of buds pointing outward by cutting just above them. Subsequently, remove only dead, fragile, or broken branches. Every 5 to 10 years. Also in winter, during the vegetation rest period, cut dead wood, diseased branches, or those growing towards the center of the tree. Trim the ends of the retained branches by a few inches, similar to the planting process. Maintenance and care. There is no need to water the cherry tree outside of planting. At the beginning of each spring, mulch the base of your cherry trees with 5.91 inches of good compost mixed with decomposed manure to maintain good root freshness during the summer. Apply complete fertilizer for fruit trees. After pruning and when the leaves fall, spray Bordeaux mixture. To be perfectly effective, make 4 treatments with copper-based products, at the bud swelling, bud burst, floral petal fall, and fruit formation stages. If your cherry tree was sick the previous year, it is good to perform 2 treatments in February and March. Simply clean the green algae, moss, and lichens deposited on the trunk and branches with a damp cloth or a soft brush. Tip. In winter, brush away the flakes of bark that come off, which often serve as shelters for many pests. Harvest. The cherry tree grows quite rapidly, up to 3.28 feet per year. The first production occurs on 3-year-old trees, but a cherry tree only produces generously from 6 to 8 years onwards. It is possible that the cherry tree may not produce or produce few fruits in a given year, even though the previous year it had yielded a generous crop. This phenomenon is not worrisome. The tree regains strength by replenishing its reserves for the following year. The cherry harvest takes place in summer. Cherries are ripe approximately 40 days after flowering. A semi-dwarf tree in the garden yields an average of 10 to 50 kilograms, 22 to 110 pounds, but a large mature tree in a production orchard yields between 200 and 300 kilograms, 440 to 660 pounds. Harvest as the fruits reach full maturity, taking care to preserve their stems. Caution. Be quicker than the birds that love cherries and can devastate a crop in a very short time. If your cherry tree is not too wide and tall, place a protective net as soon as the flowers fall. Otherwise, depending on your neighborhood, use scarecrows or deterrent devices. Storage. Cherries are a very juicy fruit that should be consumed quickly to preserve their refreshing qualities and flavor. It is a delicate fruit that does not tolerate rough handling. Cherries do not appreciate waiting in the refrigerator beyond 5 days as they are susceptible to absorbing odors. They can stay in a fruit bowl for 1 or 2 days without any issues. Cherries freeze well, but it is advisable to stem and pit them beforehand. Lay them flat in freezer bags for best results. Cherries are also used to prepare condiments, pickled in vinegar in a jar, compotes, jams, and fruit in spirits. This video is now concluded. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. or that it sparked your interest in cultivating an avocado tree. If that's the case, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell to be notified of my new videos. Also, please give it a thumbs up to encourage me to continue translating videos from my French channel if you enjoy them. Lastly, leave a comment to let me know what cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll be happy to respond. See you soon for the next video. Goodbye.